We are live.
Hockey Nation fans, welcome back to another special edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is your host, Coach Franchise, directly from the booth. And we have to go now, not in Texas, but go all the way to the West Coast, California, to find our co-host, Michael Devillano.
Thanks, Pierre. That was fun having Gary on yesterday.
It was a great show. Be honest with you, it was good. I got a couple of people reach me asking me about, so I recording. I'm going to put this on the podcast too. So I think it'll be good for people to know about this. It was very nice to join us and talking about the WHL and of course the Everett Civil Stick and the road he took to make him become a GM. So it was pretty nice to hear from him and just grateful for have him to take that time during that hard season, right? It's very
and we're just getting ready. So the players are coming out and they've been practicing, so it's pretty exciting. I know it's a short season, but we're looking forward to it. Just another cool thing is one of our scouts, Zed I always say his name wrong. Malenka, I'm probably saying your name wrong, Zed, is going to join us next week on Friday.
Awesome. So it's great to have those people. We have a couple of people join. Also, is going to join. We're going to bring also some coach has like a mental illness. So going to bring that part of there. I'm a close to get an ex-NHL player.
If you want ex-NHL players, we can invite a few of my friends on. Turner Stevenson probably would come on.
That'd be great. Anybody we can reach, that'd be good.
Yeah.
So anyway, busy night yesterday. Not busy, but 10 game yesterday. The biggest surprise is you have to start with this because they did it.
Well, I think what was crazy was, first of all, Tampa had their backup in, but he's generally a very good goalie. But they got to him, and it was 5-2 at one point until like the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. So this is, Detroit Red Wings, probably the second or third worst team in the NHL, arguably, maybe the worst. Depends on how you rank Buffalo. Beat the top team and the Stanley Cup champion, Tampa Bay Lightning. So it just shows, anything can happen in the NHL.
It was funny because I was doing a live stream and the Florida done the game. And then I'm switching here with 2 TV here. And I'm watching Montreal. And then I'm talking with people back and forth. And then I come back to Montreal. And then I update the game, the score 5-2 Detroit. And then you have a guy, his name is, Rock Tim, whatever. He's a big fan of the Florida Panthers. He said 5-4. I jumped.
You're like
5-4. And then I switch. Now I go back to watch the last 1:30 second of the game. When they removed the goaltender, everything like that.
He didn't even get to the bench and they scored, right?
Yeah, but they didn't have a chance to score after that. Like when they really completely removed the goaltender, and then Detroit missed a great net, empty net at the end. Like before the score, they missed another empty net right there. So it was funny to see that. And I thought after that, so you know what, they're going to pay the price for that one, and finally they did not. So good for them. My power ranking next week. Do you believe I need to put Buffalo behind Detroit?
It kind of feels like it, right? It's weird. Like they're just crashing. Detroit at least has been competitive. They've pulled out some wins. I never thought we'd say that, but Buffalo, who should not be that bad. Come on. No. There's just way too much talent on that team. Like, even if you look at Detroit, Larkin got what, 5th or his 6th goal last night? Come on, that's your captain, your best player. Come on.
I'll be honest with you. I expect 3 teams at the bottom. It was Chicago, Detroit, and Ottawa.
Right. And neither we've been wrong.
And last week I put Chicago, Ottawa, Michael, 26.
They're knocking off good teams.
They have a bad game last game, but overall, so I put them 26. I put Chicago, it was about 19, I think, on my power ranking. They go slowly higher and higher.
Man, I don't know. That sounds low.
It's funny because every time I put my power ranking number 1, and they lose game after that, like Toronto 2 weeks ago. They lose 2 game in back-to-back 3 game, honestly. And then I put Vegas this week, Monday, and now they lose 2 game again. They lose against Minnesota again. So it's very interesting to see that. But again, I believe, I could be wrong. I think that's the first time to score 5 and above more goal this year for Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy when you look at it. Like, the guys, no Bobby Ryan in that one. Fabry gets a goal. Larkin gets a goal. It's only like they played 20 some odd games. Mantha gets his 7th, right?
Yeah.
Fabry gets his 5th, and Larkin gets his 6th. I mean, it's not enough, like they need to, but they are what they are.
If you watch the game also, it's the first time I see this for many years when they removed the penalty to Stamkos.
Yeah, what was
at the end of the game?
So weird.
So what happened is they have a face-off between Larkin and Stamkos, and then the puck go behind whatever it is, and then Larkin go forward, and then Stamkos bring the stick this way, hit the face of Larkin. The ref called the penalty, but it was the Larkin stick.
Oh. So
Stamkos was upset, like furious, like he was screaming to Larkin. He was a liar. He was, yeah. He was not upset to the ref. He was screaming to Larkin. So Stamkos go back in the penalty box, and they went to Toronto to watch the video. I don't know how they do that. They have a rules. They said they have a new rules. So anyway, and after that, Stamkos come back.
I never heard that before.
So Stamkos come back, and they have the face-off, and who was Larkin against Stamkos again. Yeah, so now they talk each other. Like, I think Stamkos saw him like, I'm sorry, buddy, but so it was fun. Yeah, it was at the end of the game where the goaltender. So
he's normally a pretty good goalie.
He has always been a good goalie for the last couple of years.
What are you going to do about that? I mean, not much. The defenseman tips of the goalies. He didn't even.
He was a little bit too high, but too left. But
he didn't even move. Watch him. He just sat there. Isn't that weird?
Yep.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, but hey, good. Detroit gets a win. It's not, not very often they get to beat Tampa, and that's good. Stevie Yzerman came from Tampa, so
it was good also to see this going to help Calgary, Florida, and Hurricanes. So that was the chat room yesterday. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So,
Zadina gets 2 assists. We want to see him score, but he played pretty well. I thought Fabry played well, but they just, they don't have enough.
Yeah.
Such a pretty goal. But what I thought, did you see the goal that Namenstikov got, the empty netter?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty, so for people that didn't watch it, which is maybe a lot of people, they basically got a 2-on-0 on the empty net. And Mantha came in and he turned and gave it to Namenstikov to tap it into the empty net. So Vladdy came from Tampa. So
it was nice to see that.
Yeah, that was kind of neat. So there's a turnover here. You'll see it right there.
Yeah.
So, good night for Detroit.
I don't know how much he gave money to him after that.
I don't know. I doubt it.
A great night, a lot of turnover. Like, honestly, it was great to see. But we can go with this game. To be honest with you, Michael, I watch about an average about 30 to 45 games per week. Like any game. Right. So last night, this game was the worst game of the year.
The Calgary-Montreal game?
Worst game.
It was terrible. I was watching it. I'm just like, I can't stand it.
Did you watch it?
I started watching and I couldn't watch it anymore.
Listen, it was a 6-shot both team after the first period. And I'll be honest with you, I comment the game, like, not all the time. I would say, I don't know. I would say, okay, puck behind Allen, now recovery by Weber to Ramanov to Gallagher. We go all the way. But yesterday was this part. The puck is a Weber to Ramanov. To the Calgary defenseman. Okay, Anderson to Giordano, another defenseman Weber. Like, they was missing all the time. It was a ping-pong game, and they downed the puck, Michael, about 95 times last night. And nobody can recover the puck. You cannot tell, honestly, whatever the well, Sador said crash the net, but whatever
Yeah,
you,
you can see because he's got a perfect 3-on-2 here. Like
yeah,
this is
but if you said
this might be
about that,
3-on-3 even.
if you look the game, right, you said, oh, Calgary win, but they play so bad. Calgary, it was terrible. Like,
Well, it's not going to get better. I mean,
it was terrible to you know what I mean? Like you can say, oh wow, they're ready to go, they're ready to win.
no.
But
Pierre, this is not going to get better. I predict it right now.
no,
This
the
will
only
get worse.
excuse that we said to you is this part. And that's the thing, it's not fair, but it is. But Montreal play at 11 o'clock Eastern time, so it's like 8 o'clock PM.
Yeah.
And then at Vancouver, and the game finished late, 11 o'clock. Yeah. They went to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then they have to play after that at 6 p.m. So it's not an excuse, but, it's not, it's something it's hard for the players. So you have no legs there. They was terrible. Like, you cannot blame Suzuki. You cannot blame Gallagher. I feel bad for only one player, Jake Allen. Because now he have to play with that kind of team in front of him, and he's a backup. So he's back about a back-to-back game. So he did his best. But again, Montreal could tie the game at the end, but they don't deserve. And I'll be honest with you, no team deserved any point in that game. I'll be honest with you. It was a boring game.
Can you give 0 points in a game? Well, listen, I'm sorry, but first of all, we're seeing basically a third or a fourth line get all the goals, 2-1. I think guys like Leivo and Ryan will do better. I think maybe even Bennett will do better under Sutter, but this is going to get bad, I think. I just don't see that style working. They're going to get slower and slower, in my opinion. Their style will slow down.
The power play was bad. I watched the game.
Oh, my God. I didn't even – okay, so Pierre, I'm so glad you brought this up, okay? The hallmark in Los Angeles – is when Daryl Sutter was the coach, I could tell you exactly where the puck was going to go every time. There is zero innovation. They are told to do specifically the same thing, and the puck will always be under pressure. Always. I didn't even pay. It drives me nuts. So you could always see they will go up, they will go back, they will go across, they'll skate it up the wall. It'll be under pressure, and they'll always get it to the dot and then move it back to the point along this lane. This much space. None of this will be used. And it'll be the same pass every time. I predict this like absolutely. He will not change his power play ever. And for years, he did this in LA, and everybody's like, it's going here, it's going here. They pressure the point, turnover. This is going to happen.
It was not, I know he's his first game yesterday. He went.
He had so much practice time, Pierre. He had a lot of practice time.
Yeah, but still, they was not very, I think they have, two good shots, two opportunity on 6.
It's going to fall apart.
3 attempts. But and 3, it was bad. Montreal, be honest with you,
oh, my God.
The PK is not great, and they found a way to find a puck all the way. And the last power play from Vancouver, about 3 minutes at the end, 2 minutes at the end, Montreal almost scored one time. It was terrible. So I don't know. I would not be surprised if Vancouver finished in front of Calgary.
They will. Calgary is not going to get better. They'll get worse. I believe that so strongly, Pierre. They are so predictable. He is very robotic in the way he coaches. And you can't do that now. The talent level is so high now. And they have talent on that team.
Yep.
You cannot play defense all the time. That is not the NHL now.
What's still happened?
You said the final thing. The injuries were horrible, right? The injuries are going to get worse. They're going to get slower and more pressure, slower and more pressure. They're so predictable. It's going to be LA 2.0. It's too bad. It took a whole year for Todd McClellan to deprogram those guys. It was crazy. They didn't start playing well until the end of last year. Anyway,
they don't play with passion. That's one thing I see. We'll see.
No, it's going to get worse. That was the same thing in LA, Pierre. Players want to have, you see other teams where they have a system that allows them to be creative. You don't have to go as extreme as Toronto. I think even the Islanders have more.
It surprised us when you look at the lineup. How many rookie they have?
Where in Calgary? Who are the rookies? I mean, they got Valimaki. Who else do they have?
See, right now you're looking for name. And you talk about other team, they're always a rookie, 2 rookie, 3 rookies. They have a lot. You know what I mean? They have no prospect inside this right now.
You're saying they don't have any?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Valimaki's a rookie, right? Is he not considered a rookie? Maybe not.
No, I think he's like 20.
Well, yeah,
22?
he played 24 games, so he was just under.
Yeah.
So technically he's a rookie. And he was hurt last year. So there's one, but he's a good one. But you're right. There's not a lot about other guys.
You know, man, when I said a rookie,
right.
like a player play in the league for at least only 2 years or minus, right?
Yeah.
And you don't see this in Calgary.
No.
You know, I'm thinking when I'm talking like this, I'm talking about the Kings example. I'm talking about those team with with those kind of players.
But I don't feel like they're totally old. Like 27 is their, Goudreau is 27. He'll be 28.
Well, I don't say they're old. It's just like they don't have that kind of, 1 or 2 player prospect.
Lindholm is 25. Did you know that? He's going to be 26? Yeah. No, that can't be right. He's a 94, so that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. He'll be 26, 27 this year. And then Kachuk is 23.
Yep.
In December, so he's a late birthday. That's why they're both late birthdays. So, but yeah, they're pretty young. I mean, Backlund's old. He's 31. Lucci's just 32. I think this math is wrong, though. Seems weird to me. Anyways, interesting. Sorry about that. As bad as Calgary was, Montreal was worse. Florida Panthers didn't look like they were going to win this.
It was an amazing game.
What happened with Laine? Did he get benched in the third?
No, he scored. Laine had two points yesterday, 1 goal, 1 assist on was his 9 of the year on power play. The game was, first of all, the first period was okay. It was 0-0. Second period was all about Columbus, 14-5 the shot. Columbus scored 2 goals. Bockstrom, again, 2 goals, 9 is 10 of the year. And then after that, at the end of the period, Florida scored 1 goal. It was again Patrick Orvis, another tips. It was 2-1 at the end.
Though Pierre, I'm telling you that look at Laine's ice time. 14 minutes. And 3 of them on power play. And he got 2 points, but it was a -2. He got sat in the third.
Well, maybe at the end of the game, but
he did not play much in the third. It was weird because he got the points, he got it kind of did he score in the second?
He scored in the third.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, at 3:20 something, I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
He scored a power play on that one. That turned the game now 3-1. So we expect will be over. And then less than 1 minute something, Max Domi scored his 4th of the year for 4-1 at that moment, and everybody was over. And then finally, Florida came back. Lambert scored with a home run. He hit the ball. He swung the stick like a home run, and he touched barely the puck. He hit the goaltender, then go in for 2. Then after,
I don't know, Domi. We were just talking about what that guy drives me nuts.
Send Max, and then a Barkov, an amazing great pass. Roberto score, tied the game at 14 minutes. So they scored 3 goals in about like 6 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. And then finally, an OT, Roberto, another amazing pass for Vadrano, scored his 9 of the year. And win the game. There's Rob completely.
Lurkins, the wizard.
Yep. So it was a good game about that. And, they won like the Rock team, whatever it is now, he's coming more often tonight. And he's asking me, he said, do you think the Panthers will trade? It's a good question. They have the money. They can trade. They can get players. If I was them, I was looking for 2 players right now on my list. It would be Michael Grenland and also Eric Stahl.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would you want those guys?
They don't have a center. Their center after Barkov, you have to go with Alan Wember.
Is he not playing well?
Well, he played well, but not to be a second center or. Yeah. And then the third center, now after that, you have to go with Noel Asheri.
What happened to the Finnish kid?
And then you have to go after that with, back and forth, Leo Starinin.
Yeah. Okay. So he's playing fourth line, and then
But
what if
it's back and forth with Ashiri.
is he? Okay.
But
And
again, my
Acciari, I
point
don't
to
really
you,
think of as a center. Do you?
what?
I never think of Acciari as a center, though.
He's play a lot for the Panthers as center, but
Does he?
he's a winger center, being also backslash slash center. But again, I think they need experience when you go there in the playoff. I think it will be someone can support. Because if you bring like Eric Stahl, you can mix Wenberg and Stahl up and down.
Yeah. That's actually not a bad idea because just looking at them, you're right. They're definitely weak down there. If they had an Eric Stahl, that would be kind of useful.
And
I think
listen, and I will be honest with you, the Buffalo need a goaltender.
You're thinking Bobrovsky?
No, but they have Drager, Spencer Knight, they have Levy.
I mean, why would they be able to dump Bobrovsky?
No, not at all. But
you don't think so in Buffalo? What if they?
He's looking good now. He's like, he's
what
looking
if
good.
Eric Stahl and Jeff Skinner for Bobrovsky?
Yeah, it will not work anyway. And
why?
But why to get Skinner $9 million?
You're going to give up 10.
What?
And you're giving up 10.
Yeah, but you have a good goal. He go like amazing this week. Like the last 5 games, he's really the Sergey, like like but he is. Yeah. So what my point to you is like you can get someone now. You have also a lot of prospect over there. I'll be honest with you. I watched the Russian kid play Tuesday, Desirenko.
Oh, Denisenko's so talented.
I'm telling you right now, he's on like. No, he don't have the time right now, but I really believe in next 2 years he's going to be in front of Owen Tippett by a mile.
Probably.
The kid is amazing. The kid, Michael, is amazing.
No, he was always small, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he's small anymore, is he? Like I don't think he was like really slight before.
He's not big, right? He's not big, but again. No.
But he's not.
The kid is great. I see him play Tuesday. He played back-to-back game. Yesterday I didn't see him, but he's a great player.
Really Owen Tippett, by the way, scores again yesterday. You can see that guy can really shoot. If you got him a centerman,
this is a great comment. He can shoot. He's really a sniper. I don't want to compare. Sometimes comparison is not great. But if I feel like he's a little bit like the mold of Pacioretty.
I feel Pacioretty's closer in. I feel like his office is like the dot. I think he's like, he finds that soft area in the dot and he can really shoot it.
His 2 goals the last 2 games, Michael, is about 15, 20 feet from the net.
Right.
Like he has nothing like it's not all wrist. It's not like a down the top shelf. It's a wrist shot, low corner.
Don't you feel like Pacioretty is the crease? Like he's like right down low.
No.
You don't think so?
He's scared of everything.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was a jump goal guy.
He's a dots. We call them we call those kind of player like a dots player.
Yeah, so there's 3 guys that I really like in that system. Tippett, I think if you get him the right centerman. Denisenko is super talented. He could be a Kaprizov type player in time. He's got that type of skill set. I don't know if he'll be Kaprizov, but he's not getting the chance to mature somewhere else. And then Heponiemi is very slight, but he's super talented.
That's another one there. So they have a lot of prospects.
And then you got what's his name? Anton Lundell, who should be the second line center, frankly. Like if all things being equal. If he had come back after World Juniors, I bet you. Is he in the AHL or is he back?
The thing about this right now, you bring another point, like in 3 years. So go back like in 24, 25 example. You're going to those 5 names you just mentioned, or 4 names, they are all inside the lineup, and you still have Huberdeau and Parkov.
That's why, like, I think Lundell will be your second line center at some point. He's kind of cooled off a little bit. Like he's got 16 goals in 24 games, though.
Well, he's not going to be right now. Like it would take him 2-3 years.
So here's the thing about Lundell for me, Pierre. I don't know if he gets that. I think he's kind of what he is. Does he get better?
Yeah, he will.
I'm not
He will.
sure.
He's still young.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he's kind of
Hey,
like, I think he's one of those guys that gets physically mature. He's kind of,
yeah, but again, like, look Shemnikov, look Zadina. Those guys come at the league, they get better after years after years.
well, but those are really high skill players.
Lundell, look how that's another good comparison there. How and with
You think he's like Aho?
not the same how, but the point, like, how would he come in the league better prepared to Lundell? Lundell, I would be honest with you, he would take him maybe one more year before he get there.
Yeah, either way, though, you've got a good player there. So I'm excited for you guys. I think that'll be good. What did you think of the Toronto game?
A really great game, but not lucky, but it was entertaining. This is going to be the final of the North Division, and I can wait to see that one. And if I was a fan of Toronto Maple Leaf, I would call Duba and say, look, go get someone because we need more players in the lineup because we don't have enough players right now. I think right now you can see Toronto's call to go down a little bit, everything like that. I think they need someone in the forward top 9 for sure to support those kind of players and maybe add a defenseman, but they need more players.
What? Toronto needs more players?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They have so many players, Pierre. Is Wayne Simmons coming back soon?
He's coming soon. We expect him about 10 days. 2 weeks.
I don't know. They have a lot of bodies, Pierre, that can play.
But they will, they mention a lot Michael Granlund.
Granlund is not that good. I don't know why people get wrapped up in Granlund.
He's not a scorer. He's really a pass the puck a lot.
Yeah. He reminds me of Tatar. He without, he's not going to score as much, but similar, right? And then you're like, yeah, he got his points. And that's why
he would score like a goal left and right? He would pick up the goal, but
he is skilled. But this is a guy that is he a center? Is he a wing? He looks like a little kid, but he's not. He's been around a while.
Yeah,
I just don't see him as being impactful. Yeah, I don't know. I think that he would be a bit piece, and you have the risk of getting Granlund, and he disappears into the woodwork.
But that's what the rumor over there. Yeah, I think so. But again, I like the fact like Winnipeg get 3 points on 4. That show them they will have a it's funny because one thing can put them out of the playoff is the Winnipeg.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's what I said. Winnipeg, be careful. They are not scared to trade. And I really believe Nashville is going to trade Eggholm to them.
If they do that, Winnipeg will be – because, you watched them last night. That D is not bad at all.
Like just that piece, Michael.
That one piece would
that one, I'm telling you now, that's the closest Stanley Cup.
Hellebuck is so good, Pierre. Every time I watch him, I'm just like –
No, he's excited.
He is such a he's got to win the Vezina again, don't you think? I guess Vasilevsky's definitely in that conversation, and you can make an argument for Fleury. So I don't know. This lineup drives me nuts a little bit, but I don't like this guy. I think he's going to be what he is. Thornton playing on the top line was interesting. The top 2 lines are very good here. This guy's really talented. You gotta love Zach Hyman. He's and Engvall, I don't know. This is weird. You would switch this around. So maybe. I don't know. What did you get? This D is very solid, isn't it?
That is good. Not bad at all.
Sandin still, and this is. It
would be interesting to see that. Talking about the COVID, everything like that, and you're talking about Fleury. He's on the COVID-19 now.
Oh my God, Marc-Andre.
So Leonard, it was back on the practice. I don't know he was going to be ready for this weekend. If not, they have to go to goaltender number 3.
Who's their third goalie there?
I cannot recall it.
We can find it.
So I have a few other game.
Did you see? We didn't really talk about the Vegas defense when they got the hat trick.
Yeah, Coquelin is happening like Wednesday night. He scored 3
Ooh.
goals against Minnesota, but they lost 4-3.
So Oscar Dansk is a guy that I always thought would be a very good NHL goalie. So he'll get a shot. I do not know this guy.
Now, Pietrangelo does not play anymore, so that's another blow for them. So it's not good for them for sure. Now to have Fleury out, that was not help. Now we'll see what happened with Leonard about that position over there. So, I don't know. Did you watch? Well, I did not watch, but I saw the score Carolina against Nashville. The score 5-1. But did you see that?
Gross. It was terrible. It was like so one-sided, Pierre. Like Predators are just so bad. I just
everything. Everybody talked last night on Twitter about Hohenson interview between the second period, third period.
Oh, Ryan Johansson. What did he say?
Oh my God! He was so pissed.
Good.
The girl asked him 2 questions. The second question she asked, "What is your mindset for the third period?" He was pissed already, so he said, "Just score 5 goals," and he left.
Wow, I gotta see that.
Yeah.
It's funny. There's just never.
He was on the bar down. If you want to watch on Twitter, he was on the bar down interview, but he was like, he said Hohenson pissed. Like, you have a picture of him like that way. So anyway, yeah, that game was really one way. Honestly, on the flip side, Nashville now they don't play with Saros, Kunin, Ranilis, Roman Uzi, Brad Richardson. So Fabro. So right now they are really missing 5 of the 6 regular.
Yeah, sure. It's just frustrating. We want to go there and get back in this game.
What's the mindset now heading into the third?
Go score 5 goals.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
Go score 5 goals. Well, he's played well since he's come back. I mean, he needs to be their best center, and he is. I mean, he's played fine. I watched Granlund last night, and I'm just like, that's why I say, like, I watch him, and I'm like, this guy's a perimeter player. Like, he's brutal. He's good. Not like, he's just not effective to me. But the rest of that team is in outer space. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand the thinking there. Like, David Poile has been successful over time. He's been loyal, right? And
if Palmieri was a center, I would say to you, Panther should get him, but he's not a center.
No, I don't. You should get Ryan Johansson.
You get another $8 million. It's not good money there.
Yeah, I know. But you could give up Bobrovsky.
He not go nowhere.
Well, I mean, it's good news if Bobrovsky is playing like Bobrovsky.
Tuesday night, he was like unbelievable.
He's a great goalie for so many years. How would you feel if you're Paul Holmgren and you traded him?
Yep.
Nothing.
Now we have Boston beat easily yesterday the New York Rangers 4-0, 4-1.
They
I tell you what, it's 4-0.
Yeah, 4-1. Oh, 4-0, 4-1.
Yeah,
right.
You have a shootout from Alak yesterday.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Easy game for Boston, honestly. Rangers have nothing in their legs right now, and they can. Panarin's going to be back this weekend, so maybe helping them. But again, it's a game where they go nowhere. It was all about Boston Bruins, everything like that. So nothing. A shorty for Martian again, another shorty. Bergeron score. It's good to see them. To see both of them scoring. So
Georgiev has another rough game, eh?
Yeah.
And then, so what's the deal with Shesterkin? Is he out for a long time, or
could be Rauka? Yeah, it could be going 4 weeks now.
That's not good. Whatever.
Yep.
It is what it is. Lafreniere gets 14 minutes yesterday. He has his points in 4 games. He gets 2 points, and then he gets same ice time, 14. Got 1 game with 18, 22 shifts versus 19, and then back to 14.
Yep.
I'd be playing the crap out of that kid.
Then another Another bad night for Buffalo's 5-2 against the
This is just
Pittsburgh.
disaster.
Pittsburgh have a great time right now because they have a good, a lot of game against New Jersey and Buffalo. So that would give them a chance to make the playoff, to be honest with you.
It's just bad. One guy that's playing well for them, it's not the guys that you need to, but Reinhardt's playing well, actually. I've never been a big Reinhardt fan, but he's playing well. Olofsson's playing well.
Then they lost.
Finally scores, right?
After the last Jack Eagle, now they lost a cousin, got hurt yesterday. So maybe we'll see how long he will be out. We're going to hear this today.
Jeff Skinner, 15 minutes -1, 2 shots on goal. Wow. Yeah, I really like Cousins. I'm excited for him, but he gets 11 minutes, I guess maybe because of the injury. But Cousins was 63% on faceoffs.
Yeah.
Not much from Cody Eakin. Not much from Eric Stahl. -3 for Taylor Hall. 10 penalties.
It was funny because they went to a shootout Tuesday night. Taylor Hall was not on the pick. He was not like he was missile stat. He won there, so it was funny.
Really? Did Middlestad score?
No, he did not score.
I just feel like there's such a disconnect between the decisions being made on the bench and what needs to happen on the ice, and it's fine to blame the players, but there's a lot of talent there.
Yeah.
They only faced 26 shots. Tristan Jarry. Yes. This is a mess.
Montreal shot only 18 yesterday, by the way.
Wow. Well, that's Calgary. You're going to see fewer shots, but it's going to be
no double digit. It's rare.
All right, let's talk about this game. The Islanders continue to roll on, Pierre, but I want to mention 2 guys on the Devils. Jack Hughes scores a nice little goal inside, and this kid Maltsev scores again. It's his 4th goal of the year. He's only played 10 games, I think.
They look bad, to be honest with you.
New Jersey?
Yeah.
But those players are interesting. I don't expect much from them, but it's, again, like Maltsev, like, who is this kid? Where does he come from?
Yeah, it's was 4-0, 5-1 at some point. It was like
it was over.
It was over. Now Hughes was quiet for the last 10 games, so see him the last 2 games get 1 point, 2 point. That helped a little bit, but the team is really not there. It's really bad to see that.
No, I don't see much going on there, but that's not really surprising. But there's a couple of interest. I want to see Jack Hughes succeed, obviously, and I like when Zaka gets on the board, so I like to see him succeed. And this Maltsev kid's interesting. He's played 11 games, Pierre, and 4 goals.
Yeah, he was held to scratch a couple of games. Couple of games, but it's another prospect there.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
all right. So let's move on. Who are the Capitals Flyers?
This game, it was 4-1 at some point, I believe, or 3-1, and then the Flyers came back in the game at the end. Then it was 5-3 at the end.
Yeah, it was.
It was an empty net of 200 feet, by the way.
Oh, is that what the Dowd goal?
Yeah, behind the goal line.
Samsonov got the assist. So I don't know. I feel like Philadelphia struggled this year.
They are 1-5 now.
1-5?
Yeah, they lost 5. Only one win in the last 6 games, and is that a team? It's funny to talk about this because last night I was talking on the live stream. I was talking about all the teams have a COVID-19. The only 2 teams they do well right now it's Washington and Minnesota. We can talk maybe Vegas. Vegas got it at some point, but the rest like Dallas struggle. You can go with New Jersey struggle, Buffalo struggle. So you can see that those teams have really bad. You don't never know what the effect of that part. San Jose, that's another one. Philadelphia is another one. It is what it is. But it's a season. You never know, because you talk about the Dallas
Ugh.
big win. Because when I saw the score, I was thinking about you, because Tuesday they destroyed Chicago 6-1, and then we said, look, the only way they can win is that there be a consistency, and they are not. And we put them at the same level like Calgary,
Then
right? And then we have another team also is in Colorado.
Colorado. And I mean, Colorado's record's obviously better, but I feel still like we're not seeing the best Colorado yet.
No, and that's another team on COVID.
So you just wonder, do they have physical issues because of it? Like, is it like a lingering? Because it'd be really interesting to understand that. Because if they're on protocol because the guys actually got sick and not just exposed, are they having fatigue issues? Are they having like oxygen issues? That would be.
Yeah, there was some of those things like that, But again, McKinnon was out because of the injury of the body check.
Right.
Makar was hurt. Then you have also Calver. Calver is about an injury, and then you lost BRM.
Other problems,
right? So at the beginning, you lost Burakovsky for 2 weeks. So they got really hurt by injuries in the beginning of the year. So again, they're still in the picture. I don't think so anybody else going to reach them. Well, if you look about this, not Los Angeles, no Arizona, nobody at the bottom four. What do you see right now in the top right now? You should be your top four at the end of the year.
It should be, but you have Arizona with 28, LA with 28, and they've got 30. And 31 for Minnesota and 32 for St. Louis. Like, this is still a horse race.
Yeah, but I don't think so. Los Angeles have the power to go all the way, and I don't see Arizona have the power because Arizona just lost Kemper, and with time, you know what I mean. You can our rental stopped 44, but they still lost, and him to be back there all the night, Talking about the Kings, the Grosek was the winner, the goaltender, since 2014. He won the game. The last game he won in the NHL. The goaltender for Los Angeles Kings.
Really?
Yeah. Peterson quick is hurt. Peterson is on the COVID-19, I believe.
One goal against Pierre. Well, he's going to win the Vezina.
So,
He's not young either, is he?
Story is pretty funny.
That's crazy. Well, I don't know. Montreal. Los Angeles. When you watch them, they're pretty damn good, and I feel like they could get another bump. But the questions in my mind are, is Adrian Kempe finally broken through for real? I don't see Dustin Brown scoring at a 40-goal pace the rest of the way. I do believe Gabe Bullardi's just going to get better and better. But is that enough to overcome a Colorado? I wouldn't.
Not at all, because the goaltender situation will be the problem.
Right. Yeah. Like, are those guys out long term or?
COVID-19, and then Quick was about 2 weeks.
Was he the backup last night? That's weird. Yeah, interesting. Logically, I wouldn't say that they're gonna do anything, but they're in it. I got to give them credit. They're doing way better than I think any of us anticipated.
Yep. I think we have not many games tonight, 5 or 6. We go all the way to game, right? We did everything. Chicago against Dallas. Yeah.
Yep. So tonight, let's take a look at the schedule.
I think you have 5 games.
Golden Knights and Blues, man. This is first against second. Blues continue to impress.
Yeah, don't be interesting about that. We see who is going to be in the lineup for Vegas. Now Vegas is missing Petrangelo, the goaltender Fleury, so it'll be very interesting. This is going to be, but now I would never be surprised tonight if it's funny because I was talking with Matthew Barnaby 2 days ago. Yeah. We do a bet 99, me and him, like we do like prediction, and he was said Ottawa. He said over 6, I believe, and I said yes. It was going to be 6-1. It was 6-3, but 7-1. But I believe Ottawa can come back tonight and have a close game, 5-4, 3-4-3.
In the Senators-Oilers game?
That's rare. That's rare when Senator do bad game, like back-to-back bad game. They always go a bad game, then you come back stronger a little bit. But, I would not be surprised if that will have a closer game tonight compared like Wednesday night.
Well, interesting matchups all the way around. Coyotes always surprise us, but they don't have Kumper. But then Ranta played a great game the other night, didn't he?
Who?
Ranta, the goalie in Arizona. He had, didn't he?
Yeah, he stopped. They lost, but he stopped 44 shot. He lost 3-2, I believe, in OT against Colorado.
So they got a point there. Senators and Oilers, that'll probably be a pretty good game. I think it'll be a good game, or it'll be a blowout. But Kings, Avalanche, you don't know.
No, my question would be, which team Avalanche is going to show up?
You don't know. You don't know.
If I was like the Colorado, a situation with Franco is not going nowhere, I think they should look for Jonathan Bernier.
Well, I've said the same thing. I mean, they already know him, right? He played there, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he's been so good Detroit legitimately without him would be sunk because Grice has not played.
Not the level he should play.
No, not at all. And I know it's tough, but I think Bernier is a great fit for Detroit. If Avalanche him.
Yeah, if I would say because I just saw the two teams at the bottom, I didn't see them now. I just see them. If you have to waste your time and nothing to do tonight, just watch the Sharks and the Ducks.
Maxime Comtois is interesting, but that's about it, man. They're both terrible to watch.
Yeah, Raquel have a great round right now. They put their name. I don't know why the Anaheim will trade him. He was on a trade bait for Pierre Lebrun, but I don't see this happen.
This is why, and his contract probably because he's
got a big contract. He have a nice contract.
You think so? I don't know. Yeah. I think he's like $5 million. I can't even find them. Are they even on here? Where are they? Am I blind? Where's the Ducks? Are they that high in the? Oh my God! Why do they have 85 million, Pierre?
Yep.
So Henrique, Reichels. Oh, it's not bad. 3.78.
That's what I thought. Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
Well, they don't need more prospects, really. I mean, this is the future right here. Zegras. Sam Steele should be a second-line center if they have a good coach. And Maxime Comtois is showing he can play top 6 minutes and be really good. I mean,
my point was because they talk about him to get traded, I would say I would not trade him. I would keep him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Anaheim. They're weird.
At 3.77 million, you know what I mean?
Well,
but they are in a better situation compared to San Jose.
The future's this guy,
Because San Jose is not looking good.
No, they're done.
Yep.
Yeah, you got one really exciting player in Anaheim. This guy. So eventually that's going to happen.
Just give you an idea. Brisbane just mentioned right now they're not going to trade anything for the deadline, but they expect Kucherov to be ready for the playoff.
Kucherov? Oh, good.
Yep. Another player injury. Anders Lee is out indefinitely with a lower body injury right now. The team announced. So I will take a note of that.
That's not good.
Yep.
This guy's been so good for them.
Yes, he plays his role.
Yeah, he scores a goal every other game.
Yeah. Just you mentioned this, but Lankinen just registered his 10 win of the year last night.
That's awesome. What an awesome story. I mean, this team is crazy, Pierre. Did you know Brock Nelson has 11 goals in 27 games?
Who?
Brock Nelson, exactly. Who? That's what I was saying. Who?
Yeah. Yeah, Nelson's doing well. One player don't do well over there is Josh Bailey.
He's been playing better lately. He played well the other night. He played. Let's see. But yeah, he hasn't had a normal Josh Bailey season, but he's actually played. Let's see. What did he get last night? Was it last night he had 2 assists? Maybe not. Yeah, he got a goal. I thought he got another point. I guess only a goal. But that's on the third. That's like the fourth line. If he's playing with Cizikas, so he's only had 2 points in 5 games. So yeah, he's not playing great.
I know.
That's not normal for him. He's getting up there. He's had a much better career than people realize.
Definitely.
Yep. Gonna be interesting, Pierre. This guy's so good.
That do you know at the deadline the Islanders have 0 money to trade? I'm doing like a video about the 31 days, 31-day team to trade.
Yeah.
And I'm doing like the cap salary, everything like that. And the New York Islanders have 0 money to trade at the deadline.
Wow. Look at Dobson the last 5 games, 4 points.
Yeah.
2 goals, 2 assists.
New Jersey, Michael, at the deadline, they have $38.1 million.
Wait, what do you mean?
At the cap space deadline.
That's what their number will be?
They will be, $38.1 million they can trade.
Wow.
Buffalo 1.8, Boston 8.7.
I mean, you've got to think Palmieri goes somewhere. He's UFA after this. It's really curious, not having Heeshire in the lineup.
Yep.
Only 2 years left for Subban, so that's good.
Yeah, that's funny you talk about this because I was going to go there, ask you about that, tell you that. So,
do you think he'll be moved? I don't think so. Does anybody want him?
Yeah, but not an easy season so far.
Same with last year. I mean, I think he's kind of gone over a hump where he's not quite the player he was, and he was always a little bit of a erratic, creative guy, but now it's kind of detrimental. I love this guy. Ty Smith is so good.
Just by the way, I just want to mention many teams this weekend is going to reach the mid-season. So we're going to go through the next week about the mid-season for a couple of teams.
Who we should have asked about Ty Smith was Gary, because he killed us in the playoffs.
Really?
He was like, they beat us. They knocked us off in the damn playoffs, if I recall. Yeah, right here. And he was so good, Pierre. It was ridiculous. Like we should have beat them on paper. They were so fast. It was him and was it Anderson Dolan? Yeah. These 2 guys in the playoffs killed us.
Oh, wow. By the way, we forgot about that one over there. There's a big one. Jordan Bennington.
6 years, $36 million. Congratulations, Jordy. That's awesome. Yeah.
I forgot to mention that one.
I'm very happy for him. I honestly, again, this is a goalie that I've watched for a long time and tried to get at one point. And he's just a guy that his numbers have been excellent. He steals games, gives you a chance to win every night. He had a little bit, even his downside last year, Pierre, was still pretty good. Like he struggled in the playoffs, but overall, I mean, his body of work is pretty impressive. And give credit to St. Louis because they said they were going to pay him, and they did. He bet on himself, like the GM said, and it paid off. Yeah, Anderson Dolan, man, he killed us. Jeez. Him and this guy.
I tried to check we don't have anything about the NHL.
All right, Pierre, that makes it an hour.
Here we go. It's another great week. So we have a good start this week. We'll look forward to see everybody next week. Monday, we are back at 11 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to talk about, of course, the weekend happening this weekend. We have a lot of big game and consider what we do every single week about the NHL. Anything else to add, Michael, before we go?
Not at all.
Look forward to seeing everybody. Have a happy weekend, everybody. Look forward to seeing you Monday morning at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Have a great one.
Keep up on Clubhouse, by the way. I think we're up to 50 people in that group. So if you're on Clubhouse, we're going to start doing a weekly Clubhouse for Hockey Nation Live.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody.
All right, bye.